For the Horde!
Okay, this is Vaulander, doing audio commentary for WCR. I have a very good game mood here with Cynicaldoc, and it's part of the Bugmeister versus Powerpush vendetta. If you pause the game at 1 minute mark, 1x speed, we can get this show on the road. It is on Turtle Rock, and we spawn opposite sides, or opposite but on the same side, which is basically the north side. And we were all talking on Ventrilo. If you saw the observers, they're pretty much all staff related. And we were running a Ventrilo thing, and there was a challenge, and we just decided to do this game. Now, in the beginning here, I'm a little surprised because I got the word over Ventrilo when they were talking that he went for a fiend build first, so I'm a little late on my build order, as we will see. Anyway, I have my replay vision on rails, fog of war on, and 1 minute mark, 1x speed. We'll start on the countdown from 3, 2, 1, unpause. Okay, I'm on the east side, he's on the north side. And you can see he's doing a graveyard build here. I wasn't completely sure if this was in fact what he was doing, so I decided to play it safe. And I go for the Tauren Chieftain first, as you'll see when I finally start building him, because I got a little delayed, distracted by the Ventrilo talking. Apart from that, everything is going as planned. I'm slamming up my second burrow right here now. His graveyard is done, and he's going for ghouls. He has a little later Altar of Darkness here, because of the field build. But he will be going for the Bugmeister, of course. I've started on my Tauren Chieftain, and I have Grunts going in the barracks. And that's pretty much it for now. Because of this south position, I put my voodoo lounge up here in front, which is something I hate doing. I would have much preferred if the starting positions were opposite, because if you look at the north side here, you have this nice little nook here where you can put the shop right behind your second barracks. But I'm south, and position isn't to my advantage here, or in my opinion, my advantage. I put the second burrow up here by the first barracks, that way I can cover both entrances, even though the shop here is out of reach. Shop goes down in seconds anyway, but if you try to put your burrows behind heavier buildings and try to cover the main line of your buildings, you should pretty much do okay. I'm doing a scout run here. Checked out to see if he was right beside me, which is not to your advantage when you're playing versus the Bugmeister, because he can raise the bugs so fast that even if you kill them all in 5 seconds, he can be right back with 5 new ones. He's also doing a scout run with a ghoul. I wasn't sure if he was going for the fiends or the Bugmeister. Ghouls are usually used for scouting anyway. But I checked this out. Wasn't sure if he scouted late or not, and I see that it's not there, so instead of running straight through this little loop here, I go up and around. If you look at the map, you'll see that you have pretty big space here if you go my way. If you go Doc's way, you have 2 choke points here in the loop, and I didn't want to place a lot of small units in a choke point here, because I usually get my units stuck and killed and all that kind of crap. Anyway, he goes down there and he starts creeping, and I go up here, and he has his 2 more relics up in front. I pretty much expect that from Cynicaldoc. He always does it. I think I've seen 2 games where it doesn't. As you will see right here, I chose War Stomp as my first skill, and I was expecting Fiends, or possibly Fiends. I was going to get both of the Acolytes, but since that bug came up and disturbed me, I only got one, but it was enough to take out this building, and now it's time to head home. Here we'll see a very good use of Stomp. Right there he could have gotten my Tauren Chieftain and surrounded him, but one Stomp in the right place and you're free and clear. Here we go. The first battle, or semi-battle, has started. And I noticed that he's going for the Bugmeister anyway. As you can see, I have a lot of gold and wood. I was planning on teching for the Slayer strat with a Tauren Chieftain instead of all Blade Master, but now I throw up my second barracks. And I still have 600 and 350 wood. He's running with the regular Bugmeister. He's now also taking to also the dead and getting another 2 more relics, this time behind this graveyard. The burned hand is the best teacher. Gets slippers of agility, which isn't exactly the best thing for the Tauren Chieftain, although it does give me another point of armor. The Cryptlord and Tauren Chieftain are very similar, as you probably know. However, the Cryptlord does have this spiked carapace that gives him a lot more armor than the Tauren Chieftain will ever have. So, anything that adds to my armor is good. I start creeping. I don't really want to engage him with just one barracks, waiting for my second, and I also throw up a tower because those have helped me a lot in my earlier games versus Cynicaldoc. And I basically have golden wood up the ass, so I can afford a tower or two. Go up to level 2, that's Endurance Aura. You will see a very good use of Beast Good of Book of Good Game, which was born in the Slimer vendetta. It's basically a tome of retraining, but as the game goes on, I realize that Stomp is not my best bet. It's better used against heavier units like other Grunts, Fiends, riflemen and such. Against bugs and ghouls, you really want Shockwave. So I will do that later. Now I have both barracks up and I'm getting Headhunters. I'm also taking up. And I'm getting ready to clear out this expansion head. Because in my opinion it's better to expand beside you than in the center of mines. Also, you can expand on the northeast and southwest, but that's a long way away and the creeps there are really heavy. So I go in here and I start cleaning up the units. Everything's focused on my Tauren Chieftain. I have a replenishment potion that I got earlier, so that's not a big problem. And I get a very nice item, the Crystal Ball. And here we go. Now I have a lot of units. I'm taking. And let's see what is Cynicaldoc doing. He is doing the regular Powerpush. He's also my Bugmeister. He's also creeping. So this far we're pretty much equal. I'm a little afraid to engage him or go straight up there because I know that I'm pretty much going to get smacked around like a little bit because that's what usually happens. So I'm trying to build up my forces. I have one armor upgrade. I should have upgraded more in this game, of course. He clears out the Goblin Merchant. And I'm getting ready to go out and battle him. I don't think I'll actually use the shop at all. Yes, I have solved. That's pretty much it. Usually I get my items as soon as possible, but I'm so busy power creeping here that I don't really do so. Here I'm messing with my base and creeping at the same time, so you'll see this grunt, which is being focused on, go down. That was bad by me. I mean, 2 seconds or less, just select him and move him back, but I didn't. So I lost the grunts. Oops. still get smacked, but I do get a ring of regeneration. And he in turn is creeping his side and getting a 30th of vitality. He has his second hero out, the Lich, as you can see. My tech is done, and I'm getting the Farseer. Need Chain Lightning to deal with all those small units. And here I get a Tome of Retraining. And I go for Shockwave and Endurance instead of Stomp and Endurance. And here we go. We now have a clash because he's going out and I'm going out. He also saw me with the ward. Unfortunately, my Tauren Chieftain was blocked, but he gets a really nice line here, and that's a bunch of bugs down. And here we go. We also have Necromancers, which isn't a very common undead unit, but Doc gets them, and he gets a lot of skeletons, and you can see that he's just rebuilding everything that I kill and everything that he kills, and we both decided to teleport at the same time. And there we go. I have a Farseer that was on the way up, but I bring him back. I now have 2 towers in my base. And since I'm tired too, and I saw Necromancers, I figured it's time to do something drastic, and I decided to go and get a Spirit Lodge. So, you're going to see V use casters. It's not the most common type, so you should put this in a special folder so you can get to it quickly in case you want to see something special. We have Cynicaldoc here. He's going with these statues and things, and also Necromancers. He's also taking up his Necromancers. You can see he's going up with Necromancer Avid training. That will give him Unholy Frenzy, which is a very good skill. As he has statues, the health drain on it, about 4 hit points a second, will be pretty much negated, so there's no actual downside to it. If you read the Bugmeister strategy article, you'll see we discuss a little bit more about that and the Undead caster. I'm right here, standing around the tavern, because this is the central point of the map and I can reach everywhere else quickly. So if you're getting ready to stage an assault, finding the center point of a map is good, because you have everything clear. You're right between the bases. If he comes to yours, you can get back quick, and you can also strike him quick. And I'm sending a blind peon to expand. Usually I clear an expansion spot and then just select a peon and build without actually being there. That way the money is paid and I can spend the rest of my money without worrying about sending a peon over there, building whatever I need, and then oops, I don't have enough. This will punish me in this game, as you will see later. I'm going to see if he has expanded or not, because his neighbor site here is the best place for him to expand to, obviously. He hasn't. I have a lot of Headhunters, a lot of Grunts, and I'm also getting Spirit Walkers. That's for the Disenchant, even though it's not the best of the counter spells. It is the best that Orc has, and so I decided to use it. And he comes in, he sees my expansion, and that's good game expansion. Anyway, I know there's nothing I can do, so I just finish up with the creeping here. If you look at my heroes, I have no teleport scroll. This will punish me severely. While he, in turn, has 1 teleport scroll on his Bugmeister. And I'm getting ready to strike here. If you see in his face, the ping here was for the Sacrificial Pit. This is a very seldom used building unless you're just picking for frostworms, but Cynicaldoc uses it very well in this game. And if there's only one thing you Undead players learn from this audio, Sacrificial Pits are the good game. Having shades running around is excellent, and the only way that they can actually be spotted is if they go by sentry ward that's there already, or if you're following the enemy army and they happen to throw down a sentry ward just to get an eye on the side. Because if the enemy doesn't know that you have shades, they'll not look for them. Here's the Spirit Link being used on my units. This will give my units a little bit more oomph to them, because it's harder to take them down. Of course, I don't get all my units Spirit Linked, and here I'm in a little bit of a bad position because he's teleporting, and I'm right in his base. But he has only range, so it's not like he's going to run up and start beating on my units. These bugs are trapped behind everything else. I could have probably ripped him totally apart here with Chain Lightning and Shockwave, but I decided to run instead. And I run until I have my units gathered and I'm not stuck in his base, and I go on the assault, or on the offensive. And we have fiends going down here. That's 2 fast fiends down. We have both Chain Lightning and Shockwave, just waiting for the Shockwave to go off, and there you go. And I'm starting to rip into his units. He gets skeletons up with the Necromancers, as you can see. And that's a quick dispel, or disenchant. And I'm basically beating him back here. He has his Cryptlord as meat here, and a few bugs that he managed to raise. And that's pretty much it. The rest is skeletons and Necromancers. Another grunt goes down. Can't save them all. Send a letter to their mom saying, "Oh, I'm so sorry, he died for the horde," etc., etc. And I figure, okay, he's hiding in his base like a little pet. Of course, he doesn't have anything. He has a Necromancer, 2 statues, and I just killed his hero, although I didn't know that at the time. I could have probably pushed into him right here. But I don't. I have 2 wolves here. And I decide, okay, they're not going to be all that useful to me anyway, so I might as well just send them in. They're level 1, so the Lich will not really benefit all that much from them. And I got a view on his face. So I'm standing here looking good, sending more wolves out to scout. I should have sent one to the other side, since you only need 1 to scout, but I didn't. And I'm getting more grunts to fill out my my front flash. And now I'm sitting on almost 300 gold and 700 wood. Getting more Spirit Walkers. I have them in physical form because I hate running around with them in material, because they won't respond to attack move. Even though, yes, I am going to lose some, I guess, but it's better than having them wait in my base, because I thought they followed and they didn't. So, we're running back to base to get some goodies from the shop. I now have a shade on my tail, and it's following me around. And so now the Cynicaldoc knows where I am. He knows when to run and when to attack and all that crap. And shades are, in my opinion, one of the best units in the game, and it's the only reason I ever play Undead. I did try playing Undead when I was researching the Bugmeister strategy, but apart from that, with the only, in my opinion, good unit in the entire race, I don't think Shades is going to help me win a lot of games if I can't play the regular unit. But for those of you who play Undead, getting a Shade or 2 is good game for you. You got it covered. So he checks out my expansion, and I'm running down there. I'm also getting Witchdoctor for profit, or I will get when I get my ass to it. And I'm sending also a peon for another expansion, although this time I'm not running blind. I send down a sentry ward. His shade comes down here, and he figured, okay, what the hell is he doing there? And he gets within my vision, but he already knows that I'm there for a purpose. So maybe I shouldn't have expanded there. And let's see, what is Cynicaldoc doing? Yes, he's getting abominations, which is the natural progression for the Bugmeister, and like the Powerpush it is designed to help tech by giving you a lot of units to hold back the enemy so you can tech. And here we have a few themes, statues, we have abominations and bugs. Okay, here we have a battle and we have spirit links going off all over the place. Pretty much my units are going to last twice as long. He uses Cripple, which is the tier 3 Necromancer spell, and it slows down my Grunts very much and also cuts their attack power. If you look at it, I'm -9 on my Grunts, and with a slower attack and less attack power, he basically just cut my Grunts down 3/4. And this song, yeah, it's put on Undead Players. I hope you enjoy it. That and spammers in the channel. Anyway, we're running here, and he's using Unholy Frenzy on basically everything around here. I'm using everything I have: Shockwave, Spirit Link, Dire Wolves, and my Tauren Chieftain goes down, but he's level 6, which means that he's coming back with full health and full mana, which is not to Cynicaldoc's benefit. Here goes another Shockwave and takes down skeletons and weakens everything else. He uses Cripple on us to try and take it down, but the Tauren Chieftain is a beast, basically. Another Shockwave. It didn't do much good there. I didn't kill anything, which means that the statues here are going to just heal it right up. And he knows I have a sentry ward, and he goes to take it out. Oh, he was attacking it. Where the hell is his shade? Oh, there you go. Okay, and I'm expanding again. Getting kind of tedious. I got 3 expansions killed in this game. My Spirit Walker is down to 17 hit points, and I put him in ethereal form so that he couldn't be hurt by anything but spells. And we're still working here. He has 4 Necromancers standing right up by the Tauren for some reason, and he goes to check out his own expansion site, and he sees that I've cleared it out, so he just expands here. Oh, and there's some nice drums in this song. Anyway, I'm very short on units. I've lost a lot of money on the first expansion because I don't think I managed to cancel it. Yeah, that's pretty much my opinion on Undead Players. Alright, so we're getting our armies back. He has started to expand. He's running now with just bugs, Necromancers, and heroes, statues, and 2 themes. 3 themes, sorry. My mistake. Apparently the abominations weren't to his benefit. He gets another one here, but I pretty much killed everything when I staged him earlier. Abomination comes here, and Cynicaldoc decides that, oops, we don't want to do that, so he runs away. Chain lightning and a shockwave goes off on it, but I don't manage to catch it, so I just pull back. But that's 2 spells that would probably waste it, because if he manages to pull it away, he'll just heal it up later out of my sight. I'm getting Demolishers, because I figured it's time to start busting his face. He goes and takes out my fully made expansion. I have no teleport scrolls, and I know it's lost, so I'm just pushing up here. If I'd wait a little on that. Here I start going on the tower, because I didn't want his spirit tower in my face. If I'd gone right on the Black Citadel, I could have basically destroyed him if I had taken it down fast enough, because he couldn't teleport, but I don't. I start focusing on the next spirit tower, giving him the time to teleport after he destroys my expansion and goes and gets a teleport scroll right here. There you go. Now all he has to do is gather up his forces. he leaves a bug down by my expansion, and this is basically what kills me later. I will come to that when the time comes. He teleports right in. Going in with teams first against Grunts is usually not a good idea. And we use Spirit Link. And there we go to town, all the things. Well, you can very much see here what's going on. We have catapults going off on various buildings here. And I have my Spirit Walker here, but he starts focusing on it with a Unova and Fiends, and that's my dispelling gun. My Tauren Chieftain is about to die, but the cooldown is ready, so he's just going to be avatared. And here you see down there, I'm starting on, or I just started on my blind expansion, excuse me for not looking first. He kills it, and I didn't even have time to cancel it, so that's, what is it, 385 gold and 185 wood down, and this is pretty much the game right here, because I don't have enough money to do what I need to do, and he kills my Tauren Chieftain, and it's pretty much the game. You can see it's very close here. I tried to run away, but he's level 6. He's got the flyers, whatever. Yeah, Bug Swarm, Locust Swarm, and he takes down my Farseer, and that's the game. Click on one of my burrow and you'll see that I'm at 316. I have like 1500 wood, or 1466. And yeah, I'm done. My mine's out. He has a mine going here, and he's just building units and pushing into my base. But I do think it was a very good game. If I hadn't been so stupid not to buy a teleport scroll and checked out this bug down by my expansion spot, I could very well have beaten him. Cynicaldoc himself said that he thought he was done for in this game. Well, those small mistakes kind of cost me the game. So, I say good game, and it's time to go. Everyone lives, and here's just clean up. It's bringing in more units. If you look at the score, he's at 92.4, I'm on 92.9. On the hero thing, he killed one more hero. Both level 6 first hero, level 5 second hero. Same number of items obtained. He's about 200 or 150 experience over me, so hero-wise we were pretty similar. I killed more units. Of course, he had more smaller units, of course. But on the resources, you'll see that I had mine stuff more than they did, more heavy units. But it did get more gold since he had a mine that I actually didn't attack. So anyway, that was this game. I hope you enjoyed it. It was very, very close, and I think the only difference was... Whoopsie, I pressed the wrong button there. I was going to turn off the music, but I turned off the audio instead, so this is a patchwork. Anyway, the thing that made me lose the game was that I ran out of money and I couldn't keep an expansion up, as you could very well see. And, well, that's pretty much it. I'm sorry I just listened to the first part of the audio commentary and the music was a little bit loud, but I don't think it overpowered my voice all that much. I tried playing Winamp while I was recording, so I spoke louder too. Hopefully neighbors won't complain. It was about 5 o'clock in the morning when I started. I hope you enjoyed this game. I look forward to seeing you on the forums and on Battle.net, and cheerios.